I think about him. I think about her. I think about them. I think about when they all said I couldn't do it. And that's what motivated me.
Ooh, baby, I've been hustling crazy, getting money daily. Every day I'm getting paid, baby. And ooh, baby, I've been hustling crazy, getting money daily. Even though I'm going through pain, baby. And ooh, smoking heavy on the weed, hard for me to sleep. Don't speak about certain things bothering me. Certain things that I done, things that I seen, things that I witnessed, you wouldn't believe. Make it hard for you to breathe when you've been a thing. Situations that I've been through, but still a cheat. Got me out here really thinking a little differently. Looking at these views from a point of view. Pay attention to details, I get some clues. Analyze everything and I get the truth. How to do, how to move, and what not to do. Cause every move's at stake when there's a lot to lose. Too ambitious to let someone else focus on the mission. I got goals and plans in the hit list. My mind is elevated to finesse a business. Ooh, baby, I've been hustling crazy, getting money daily. Every day I'm getting paid, baby. And ooh, baby, I've been hustling, getting money daily. Even though I'm going through pain, ooh. Wait, I'ma show the dog, bring the best out. Now I'm stressed out, dog. I put my chest safe, thank God, and I run it out. Really hustle all alone, get it out the drought. Shit, got so been through the struggle, I can tell you about the troubles. About the pain and the sacrifice you gon' have when you on your grind. Really got it on my own. Put self-belief for myself, for my soul. Cause no one believes in you. No one believes in me. Not look at me, I live in proof. Dog, I really did it. And I really done it. And I really wrote it. I spoke things to existence. Live it, baby. I've been hustling crazy. Yeah, every day I'm getting paid, baby. And ooh, baby, hustling crazy. Even though I'm going through pain, baby. And ooh, sad. Ash the blunt on the ashtray. Crazy how things change, things stay the same. Progressing for the better, man, I'm a different man. Couple people had to go, cause I could've grown, but I had to get it on my own. Surrounded by some vultures with no drip of ghosts. Surrounded by some snake face, the same ones that I hopped out when they had no place. But it's okay, car and mud play in different ways. And I pray that I made my way, cause ain't no room for no hate while you getting paid. Cause I'm the focus, bitch, man, what's on my plate? Yeah, and growth is progression. People seem to envy when they ain't progressing. And it's a life lesson. You can't save everybody with your blessings. Ooh, baby, I've been hustling crazy, getting money daily. Every day I'm getting paid, baby. And ooh, baby, I've been hustling crazy, getting money daily. Even though I'm going through pain, baby. Ooh, baby, I've been hustling crazy, getting money daily. Every day I'm getting, baby. And ooh, baby, I've been hustling crazy, getting money daily. Even though I'm going through pain, baby. And
Ain't nobody quitting. This shit ain't stopping.
Yes. How we doing, everybody? We back on live. We're ready to rock and roll at the Rebel Rant Radio Show. What's up, world? It's random. What is Rebel Rant Radio Show doing on live on a Saturday afternoon, right? We're always on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. What's Rebel doing live? Well, first off, what's up, world? Thank you guys for tuning and joining the Rebel Rant Radio Show live. I'm going to go check on my Facebook and make sure everything is there and copacetic and we ready to rock. Catch me on YouTube. Catch me on Instagram. Catch me on Facebook. Catch me on my website, rebelrantradio.com. Now, once again, make sure you guys share, like, subscribe. You guys can go ahead and follow me on Instagram, but make sure you are a leader in life, right? That's what's up, man. So, what are we doing? What are we doing, man? What are we doing out here today, right? The Rebel Rant Radio Show. Give me a second because we're trying to see if we're live out here. Yeah, we are live out here. Let me see. I got a little feedback or what. But yeah, so We are live, right? Good. Thank you guys. What are we doing here today, right? What are we doing? Let's get a little situated. What are we really putting together here today? Well, let it be known. I am at the Under the Hood Mental Health Seminar. That's where we're at today. We are coming in live from the mental health seminar from Under the Hood. Shout out to C.Jonez. Shout out to Just B and everybody that's a part of this event. We are already started. The event started at 11 o'clock, 11:30. I think we're gonna start getting some speakers on there, and hopefully, just hopefully, I can actually get some people to interview here live, right? We're going to get some of those guest speakers on here and check them out, see what they're talking about. And well, most importantly, we're going to be talking about mental health. What is mental health? What does that mean to you? What's the issues, right? We've talked about this before with Poly G Fitness. Shout out to at Paul Geraldo on Instagram. Shout out to Poly G Fitness. We talked about mental health and physical health before with him on this show. But now, right now, we've been invited to come down to another event and showcase what we got going on here today, or in this matter, what Under the Hood has got going on. If you guys haven't been to Under the Hood or you guys haven't checked out Under the Hood, I'm going to actually go ahead and comment, see if I could even tag them on here on Facebook. You guys can start on Facebook Live. Go check out Under the Hood. They are a very good. Here we are. Bam. Found them right off the top. Right. See? So check them out. Please check out everybody that's on here. Shout out to Polly G. Shout out to Beneath the Surface. Shout out to Live Victorious. Shout out to everybody that's always been a part of this show since day one. Vida Baja, Carlos Sams, Dave Espinoza, uh, Poetical Slang. Everybody, man. Everybody that's been a part of this place since the day one, since I started my ranting, just going off, being crazy, right? Um, check them out on the comments. I just commented Under the Hood. Go ahead and check them out. They're very good people. They do really good things out here for the community, especially in Las Vegas. I'm gonna also type, see if I can get C.Jonez on here. C.Jonez, my brother. Here we are. C.Jonez is also on here tagged. You guys go ahead and check him out in the comments. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. You guys can follow them, but make sure you guys are a leader in life. So, mental health. What's the issues? What are the problems? What are we really doing? Right? Um, is there a problem? What are we doing to fix it? Um, and does everyone have a mental health issue? I know everyone can, but does everyone have one, right? I know we all have addictions. I know we all, have different emotions. So, do we all have a mental health issue as well? I don't know, right? You guys let me know. Let me comment on here. Go ahead and comment on Facebook. I'm on Facebook Live on my page. You guys could also go to the Rebel Rant Radio Show page and check that out as well. Um, but come down to my personal page if you guys want to personally comment and talk with me live here. Go ahead and go to my actual page, Edmundo RBLV Hernandez. Check that page out, and I will comment back forth with you guys. My page on the Rebel Rant Radio Show. That's just so you guys can tune in and listen and watch. Either way, I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get the numbers up. And now let's talk about it. So we talked about it last time, right? Which with Paulie G about if there's when you do you need to be mentally healthy to be physically healthy, right? We talked about that with him. We wanted to see what was going to happen if you didn't use your mind and just worried about body. But then you really can't, right? Because when you're working out, you start to have these emotions and these feelings and these things, which obviously stick you into a mental issue or a mental state. So let it be known. Brasilia Jones. Yes. How we doing? Well. Rebel Rant Radio Show got its first guest today. I'm lucky, I'm blessed, and we're going to talk about it today. So,
I'm nervous. I'm not a good
it's
speaker.
all right. It's all right.
But
That's
I'm
the
glad to
reason
be
why.
here.
That's the reason why I do the show
Mhm.
because I'm not a good speaker either. So we're kind of just freestyling like
Okay,
everything
great.
else. There's the earphones if you'd like. We're gonna go ahead and get our first guest speaker here on the Rebel Rant Radio Show. Now, here, let me get it here so we can see. Ready? Camera's here. We really don't speak into the camera much. We like to conversate. Go ahead and speak your name.
My
What are you
name.
doing here, and how did you come to the Rebel Rant Radio Show?
Hey, hi. My name is C.Jonez, and I work at MHS. I'm a therapist intern. I got invited today by my boss. This
Awesome.
is my first time being here and doing anything like this, but I'm great to be here.
Awesome, because Under the Hood is actually this is the first time that we and Under the Hood are actually I'm helping Under the Hood, but this is the first time they're doing a mental health seminar. So
Great.
it's good. It's good for everybody, right? We're
Mhm,
getting the jitters out. We're
mhm.
really trying to understand, where
Right,
the next step is going to be.
right.
So with that being said, mental health. Let's talk about it. What's your profession in that? What's your advice first and foremost?
Um, Mental health is something that's serious. A lot of people don't deal with it, right? Mental health starts when, say that you have some issues in your childhood traumas that you grow up with, and then you have a relationship, and then that relationship is dysfunctional, and you can't understand why it's dysfunctional.
Right.
Most of the time, has a lot to do with the mental health from the traumatic event that happened in your childhood. You end up bringing it into your adulthood. A lot of time, we don't know how to talk about it. We don't know what to do with it.
Right. Okay. And now you said now my question is this, does everybody I know we can all have a mental issue. Do we all have mental health problems? Is that a thing? Because I know we all have emotions, like I was speaking a
Mhm.
little bit earlier. I know we all have different emotions again, different times. But can we all also have mental issues? I know we
Yes.
can. Do we? Is the question.
I couldn't answer that for everybody, but a lot of people do have mental health issues.
Okay. Um, how about what are the issues, right? What are the issues and how can we help those issues?
A lot of the issues are emotional issues, physical issues, sometimes a lot of stress. Like a lot of people deal with stress daily, right? Whether it's from work, whether it's from home,
Right.
whether it's in the environment, we deal with stress.
Right.
And when we deal with stress in a way where it's unproductive for us, where it start affecting our livelihood, our work performance, then we know that we need to go talk to somebody because it's starting to interfere with your life.
Right. So we look for help, obviously.
Mhm.
Just like any other, I don't know, any people that I used to talk to about addictions, one
Mhm.
of the first things is denial or being scared of talking about these issues,
Right.
right? So I'm sure I'm almost positive that actually alcoholism is also probably a mental issue
It
itself,
is.
right?
Yes.
So when you go to get support, and let's say that the support doesn't help, right? What do you do if the support doesn't help?
You find someone else. You don't stop there. Find someone else because
Right.
sometimes people are just not compatible, whether you're a professional or not, right?
Right.
So you try to find someone that can offer you what you're looking for. And a lot of people, they know what they're looking for when they go into a facility most of the time. And a lot of it is just compatibility with that person to understand what you're going through and be
Right.
able to give you some resources and some information on how to deal with it.
Right. No, and see, not to be a skeptic about it, because I know some places, every time you go into a doctor's office,
Right.
sometimes they don't tell you what needs to happen. They kind
Right.
of just give you that professional advice.
Hmm.
And I think that's sometimes how it scares people to
Right.
talking to a professional.
Right.
I would advise to always talk to a professional
Hmm.
first before you talk to your mom, and your mom just like, just go in the backyard and finish the
Right.
lawn real quick.
Right.
So we want to be able to still
Right.
embrace the professionalism and make sure that people are aware that there are people out there that are going to help and are willing to help if you are willing to help yourself,
Right.
right?
Right.
With that being said, what resources do you have where can people reach you? Is there anything that you would like to give to the people
Yeah.
where again we can find
Okay. Yeah, I work at MHS, which is Mingo Health Solutions.
you?
Our telephone number there is 702-848-1696. Also, I have an email address, which is clinician6@mhs.com.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, pleasure was mine.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in here and just enjoying the time.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
I will.
Thank you, love.
You have a good
Respect.
day.
You too as well. So there you have it, folks. We are live. We're bringing in people. We're enjoying the show. People are out there already as we go, and we're just gonna keep bringing in interviewers. I hope, right? Yeah, I see Jonas telling me yes. So we're bringing in people as we come. So thank you guys again for Under the Hood. Shout out to C.Jonez and everybody that's a part of Under the Hood in the mental health seminar. Thank you guys for allowing us to live stream and let the Rebel Rant Radio come on here and talk with some guests, man, about mental health. Ray Sean, how we doing, brother, man?
How you doing, man?
Good, bless.
Nice.
Bless, Rebel, man. Rebel to God.
So this who you'll be switching with.
Awesome.
Element.
Awesome. Yeah.
Now we have Mimi Green in the building. How you doing? We got Casey Renee in the building.
Awesome.
So one at a time.
Yeah. We'll work.
I'm gonna sit back and all right.
We will work. We're gonna actually go into a quick little section real quick. I'll play some music and then we'll get settled in a quick second. Give me about a minute here and we'll rock and roll in a second.
Ain't nobody tell me it'll be like this. Ain't nobody tell me it'll be like this. I had to learn to make a negative to positive. Pops left, couldn't even leave a pot of piss. Ain't that about hippopotamus and violence? Stress in a life like a wedding. Life is it's already heavy. Pockets dry, then the levy. 6 kids on the arms, can't even. The sewer that I grew up in. Maneuver through maneuver, lose a few to win, like feel the pain. Boomerang, if they don't like it, move along. Who's the king and the gong? Fifth the game, dawn born, yeah, I got it going on. Ain't none of these fuckers stop me. A progress, the profit, the process is proper. So I'ma go on singing opera. Like, they can't stop me, I'm built like this. Yeah. They can't stop me, I'm built like this. From the ground up, I built my shit. Been there, no way, no how. Haters gon' down till that money's in their mouth. Get funny what they looking at me now like, wow. I must be out of my mind.
So if my grandfather was an alcoholic and he had impulse issues and would drink himself to whatever, and he ended up getting stabbed, mine tattoos, like
Right.
it just manifests in a different way.
I understand. So, no, we cannot prevent mental health issues.
No, well,
No,
because
right.
if you live long enough, you're gonna get something's gonna happen in your life, but we can help manage it though.
Yeah.
I understand. I
Mhm.
understand.
And those are just symptoms too. Doesn't mean that you have a full blown diagnosis or anything. All of us have symptoms. It's just how far on the spectrum are you with the symptoms, and that's where we try to manage it.
I understand. Now, with the 909-313 podcast, is that what this is about? Is that what you guys talk about? What is on the show? Go ahead and shout it out. Tell me what you guys do.
Listen, we do so much though. This is so big to us because she represents the 909, I'm representing the 313, and we come from the streets.
Yes.
So what we did is just mix hip hop with mental health awareness. So we're talking about Kendrick Lamar. We're
Yes.
talking about Mary J. Blige. We're talking about Schoolboy Q. You know, we talk
Right.
about Meek Mill trauma. You know, because that's all I know is trauma. So
I
that's how
understand.
I'm able to break it down so people can really, so they can feel it. What you
Yeah.
think?
I mean, some people just, I was saying this earlier, some people need a more of a visual or broken it down into not layman's terms or just shit that we can understand.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And not actually have to talk to a therapist about some shit yet, because if you're not ready, you're not ready.
Well, yeah, right. If I go to a hospital or I go to doctors, we were just talking about that before. I mean, I'm not going to feel too comfortable unless I can relate, right?
Exactly.
Besides that, it's a professional and I should
Right.
take advice
Yeah.
that way, but you're not going to really relate sometimes,
No,
right?
no.
Sometimes you gotta feel that vibe
Yeah.
before you can
Yeah.
trust, especially a professional.
Absolutely.
I mean,
So-
even right now, as an example, like look at the way she's dressed and everything, right? And you're like, oh, I'm gonna talk to the therapist. No, like, no. I know.
No offense, but
And-
yeah, I got you.
Right, and I'm fully tatted.
You are,
and
yes.
Here with just me, myself, and I, and
Right.
I'm a duly licensed therapist. So it's just I want to be the person that people can go to when they know that they don't look like the other people. They,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
She looked like she'd been through some shit.
Right.
I'm gonna go, let
Right.
me holler at
Yeah.
her. It's more of I feel like
It's a
I'm more
safe
safe.
space.
It's
Right.
a safe space.
So real quick here, because we got to come in and out. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people. We want you guys to
We
go back and
appreciate
enjoy the show as well. One more time, go ahead and give your name, what you do, where you're here, shout out your show and everything, and then you as well, just to kind of
So
fill.
again, my name is Casey Casillas Nichols. I'm a licensed professional counselor, licensed alcohol and drug counselor, adjunct professor, shaping them young minds of America, podcaster, HBIC, girl from the streets, for the streets, represent the
I told you we
909.
was gonna start battle rapping around here.
Alien
I knew we
Empire,
was gonna start battle
California.
rapping.
What's
And-
up, Purdue?
Yes. And you love.
All right, Shamika Green representing Detroit, now in Vegas. So I got a private practice, licensed marriage and family therapist, licensed in Michigan and Nevada, trauma specialist, grief specialist, healing your inner child, podcaster 909 and the 313, executive producer, international award-winning best-selling author,
Wow.
nonprofit founder, Emma's House Inc.
And where's the business card at?
Dang.
Where do we see you guys? You guys got an Instagram, anything like that?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
go ahead.
IG is 909 and the 313. It's all there. Our personal ones, all that.
Yeah.
All right.
Links and everything.
Check out the 909-313 podcast show. Let's get it in. Thank you, girls, for coming. Thank you, guys.
for
Thank
having
you for
us.
being a part of the Rebel Rant Radio Show and Under the Hood. We'll
Thank
talk to
you.
you guys soon. We'll talk to you.
Yeah.
We'll talk in a little bit. All right,
Thank
don't go
you.
nowhere. So yeah, there we go. That's what it is, right? Again, so blessed, so lucky to have the Rebel Rant Radio Show at the Under the Hood Mental Health Seminar. I'm getting to meet good people. We're getting to talk and enjoy. And guess what? This stressful little Grammy face actually's got a smile. We're not ranting today. We're having fun. So enjoy it. Like I always say, be aware of self, be aware of mind, and be aware of others. Thank you and carpe diem. What else? What else do we continue to go to? Now, real quick, just because I have them in here with me, a quick good shout out to Fifth Element. Fifth Element is in the building. Anybody in Vegas knows who that is. Thank you guys for coming in through. We'll talk about that too here in a quick second. But just like always, here comes our new interviewer. Right? How we doing, love?
I'm good. How are you?
We got some mic. We got the earphones there. If you want to put them on, just can kind of hear yourself. I know we're good. Some people are good.
Okay.
Perfect. So here, we're going to rock it in. We're just going to go straight at it like this one more time. We're here at the Rebel Rant Radio Show, Under the Hood Mental Health Seminar. I'm going to keep repeating that. Shout out to C.Jonez and Just B for everything that they're doing right now.
Yes.
So, with that being said, love, introduce yourself. Tell people what you're doing here.
I'm Danisha Mingo. I'm the CEO of Mingo Health Solutions, also known as MHS. I'm also the founder of a nonprofit called Solutions of Change they both provide therapy and counseling services. MHS does therapy for the lifespan. We specialize in
That's all right.
crisis, trauma, and behavior intervention. We also do services for kids with autism and a ton of other things. The nonprofit, though, provides free counseling and therapy for those who are uninsured, underinsured, and undocumented.
Wow.
So I'm here because mental health is what I do. It's what I love. And, whenever we can bring it to different audiences, I want to be a part of that.
Well, then let's get right into it, right? Let's get it right into it. What do you do if I'm worried about my mental health, right? I'm a person that comes to you. What would you do if I was coming to you worried about my mental
Talking
health?
to me as a mental health professional or as a lay person?
As a lay person.
Okay, so if you are a person who has a loved one or someone who just happens to feel comfortable with you and they come to you because they're worried about their mental health,
right?
The most important thing you can do is just be present, right? You don't want to make them feel judged. You don't want to send them into more worry and anxiousness. Right. And then you need to know about resources like Mingo Health Solutions or Solutions of Change, or I know I saw another clinician, Shamika Green.
Yes.
Because if a person is worried about their mental health, that means that they're probably beyond the place of just needing to talk to a friend.
Right.
A friend can be a part of their support system, but they need professional help. So we want to get them to that professional help.
Right. And what would you do, or how would you do it, or how could you tell if someone's be isolated and not expressing it? How would you say, how could you tell in your experience when someone is unwell?
Well, any change in behavior. So a lot of times we see the symptoms of isolation and withdrawal more often. But if a person happens to, be very withdrawn and quiet, and then just suddenly they switch and they're very happy and there's a change in behavior, that's going to be an indicator of crisis. But some of our typical symptoms are going to be they stop answering phone calls. They stop going out. Their tone is different. You might hear them engage in negative self-talk.
Right.
And then there are other physiological factors. So people just need to really be in tune with those that they know and love so that they can see what changes might be happening with them.
Right. So I agree. I think everyone, obviously, just like emotions, everyone can have mental health issues. I think slowly, just like addiction, some people probably already have some without really being noticing that it's an issue, right?
Yeah, you bringing up. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
You bringing up addiction is really important because oftentimes it starts as recreational use,
right?
And then you don't realize that you become dependent on it, and it may just seem common, or it's
now I want to just relax. Let me relax, right? Then it becomes, oh, I can't relax, right?
Yeah, without it, I need it. And there's this dependence, and then that's how you know it's turned into a problem.
Right. So, thought-provoking question, real quick. What do you think? Do you think your dreams have deeper meaning?
Absolutely. Maybe not all of them, right?
Right.
Sometimes things just fire off because what's happening in the brain, what happened that day. But I absolutely do. I mean, as a spiritual person, as a believer, of course, I think they have spiritual meaning. And then we know that things are happening. Like, your brain is so dynamic and powerful. And what's happening as you go through the various stages of sleep and having dreams and remembering dreams, it is it can be tied to, I've had dreams where, and I'm not a big dreamer, but I feel like I'm falling, and I'm like, oh, and I can say, oh, you know what, you've been feeling more stressed, you've been feeling more anxious, you're worried about something, and then that's why you're having this dream about falling. So absolutely.
Yeah. See, for me, I don't know. It's kind of weird because for me, one of my dreams was always running from something, right? And when that thing gets too close, whatever it was, I wake up.
Yes.
And I find myself, and this was since I was little, I don't dream those dreams anymore. But at the same time, mentally, I was like, am I running from something in life? Is this really what's happening? And guess what?
You were.
I stopped running from things in life, and I have no more dreams.
No more dreams.
So with that being said, because we only got a couple seconds here.
Aw.
Do people that always come to you need help? Obviously. Do you feel like sometimes you need help?
Absolutely. I have gone to my own therapy and I have been thinking about getting it back again. So yeah, I mean, everybody needs it, right? The therapist needs a therapist, the pastor needs a pastor, the leader needs a
Right.
leader. Like we all need support, and especially working in mental health, it's a lot that you're carrying when you're, in therapy and dealing with people with these issues. So you do need a space to process because we're human and we
Right.
care. So,
Right.
I mean, now especially being in this field, but then just as an individual, I think we all need it, and the goal is to get to the point that we're not in crisis
Right.
when we seek therapy, but we just go to it like we go to the doctor.
Right. And of course, just because it's therapy doesn't mean you have to be bad or in a bad position to go to therapy, right? Sometimes therapy could just be just to go and make sure that you're still in tune with yourself, right, love?
Yeah, have a check-in, life transition. I mean, there are many reasons you can go.
Right. So with that being said, one more time, tell them your name, tell them where you come from, and go ahead and shout out and do whatever it is you want to go ahead and put out there.
Yeah, I'm Danisha Mingo. Like I said, I'm the CEO of Mingo Health Solutions. You can visit us online at www.mhsbs.com. mhsbs.com, or call us at 702-848-1696. And the same for solutionsofchange.org. You can visit our website or call us at 702-445-6937. I do want to say that we are having a conference on Friday and Saturday, July 14th and 15th, bringing the dialogue of mental health to the faith-based community. So visit our website and come out and have a wonderful time.
Well, thank you, love. Thank you for your time. Hopefully you can enjoy the rest of the show.
Yes.
We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Again, thank you. There you go. There you have it, folks. You see, we're getting them in. We're getting some really good knowledge. We're getting some real good people in here talking about real good issues and important. Like I said, not every issue is a bad issue. Sometimes you just have to speak. Sometimes you just have to go out there and get the word or talk to somebody that you can give the word to, right? Sometimes it's not just about helping yourself. Sometimes you got to go out there and help others. And then in turn, you just might start helping your own, right? You just might start helping yourself. So again, that's the way it is. I know they're still having the show. They're gonna hopefully I could get some more people in here, right? We'll talk about those issues. But same thing, like I said, right? You gotta really be careful with that, because sometimes some people don't know that they're having these issues. Some people don't know that they're actually, or it is an issue, right? Um, and 9 out of 10 times that becomes an addiction. So let's be careful with that. Enjoy yourselves, enjoy your guys' lives, always have fun. Never doubt yourself, and always smile, laugh, and motivate. You know what I mean? So now that I don't have any interviewers right now, I can kind of go back to the let's go back to Facebook Live and let's see what's going on. See if we got any other comments or any other people shouting out, or see what's going on here. Yeah, so one of the comments says one of the hardest cases I've worked with have been wrongfully diagnosed. So that's a good question. That's a good thing to bring up, right? How do you diagnose somebody, and if they're wrongfully diagnosed, like what kind of trauma, or what kind of trauma is that going to cause to that person? Like, are you giving them the right medication? Are you not giving them the right medication? Um, yeah, that's a touchy subject. Hopefully, we can get a good person in here that's going to be able to talk to us, and we'll definitely ask them those questions, right? We also have here, there are three major prayers. One is religion, two is psychology, psychiatry, and three is medical slash science. Each wants to claim the right to fix the problem or issue. They, sorry, they want to be the only answer. But in my experience, it has been just one or two or three. Some of a combination of two. And in another cases, all three of them creating chaos in mind, body, soul of a person. That is absolutely true. See, that is an issue that not only is it physical, but it's also definitely mental, right? Some of these psychologists or psychology theories, even religion or science, their 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 evidence or their way of finding things is always most likely 90% one-sided, right? They don't hear theories or understand other people's point of views. They direct their own, right? So yeah, you're only going to have one-sided answers to a one-sided question, um, and that causes a lot of damage to your brain, especially to the kids nowadays, right? The kids and the younger kids nowadays, the way their mentality is a lot quicker than ours used to be, right? They're in the information age, so they're able to see so many different things going on around that that we didn't, right? We were told, our parents, they told us this is the way it was, and that's the way it was. Now you can get on the internet and see so many different point of views that you start to tend to make your own, or sometimes it's probably not actually even your own. You know what I mean? Like most of this stuff, and I guarantee you most of the stuff you're going to see on the internet is not even real. I'll be the first one to say that, and I'll be the first millionth person to say that. Let's say that, right? Because it's true, man. None of this stuff that you see I don't believe it. Just because I'm scrolling down the internet and I see something, it doesn't mean that it's real. Not anymore. Some of you people think that AI just came out. Some of you people think really that AI just showed up right now. Like just because 5G showed up, now AI is here. No. Check it out, man. This has been a process. This has been the process. Now they're just giving us a little toy to play with, right? And again, it's a mental game, because we know more about these phones, we know more about these devices that we use than we know about our own selves, right? I was talking to somebody about the center of gravity last night. Where's the center of gravity on a planet, right? Well, the same thing with the body, right? This is the center of your body, of your core of your body. So we have to really, really understand what kind of influences can really change your mentality, eventually your gravity and core, that you're always going to live life unbalanced. And it's important. It's important not just to be physically strong and healthy, but also mentally healthy, right? You really, really got to dig into those kind of situations. I mean, again, let's think about it. Let me how do you deal with someone telling me what to do, right? Some people may advise you on a good advice of what works with the best of intentions, but it's important to find out what works best for you. Does that make sense? Yeah? Cool. So, now talking about mental health issues and depressions and things like that, let me go ahead and throw a song that I recorded a while back, called Depressions. Let's hear it out. Let me know what you guys think. We'll take a quick break.
Yo, what's up, Lord? How's it looking up there? You know, down here,
Depression.
they tell you that you really don't live until you die.
Depression.
I want to say that I'm already dead. Feel me? Yo, it's been a long time since I've talked to you, since you've walked me through the places I didn't know where I was walking to, or talking to them other people mocking you. Man, fuck them too. Sorry, God, please excuse my language, but you really gotta understand where my pain is. All you even know is this is what a game is. Can you throw me down inside to explain this? Cause the planet leaves me brainless. So I close my eyes, I see you, but your vision's faceless. How am I supposed to face this? Every time I'm doing good, it's like you're switching places, causing me to do bad and just go back to them basic instructions before leaving this earth. I know you there a death, but where are you before those words? And tell me how it works, cause I wanna stop the hurt. I wanna stop the devil when he lurks. I wanna get the pressure and just rip him off my shirt, cause it's killing me. I only do things that appear to me. I want you to come down and just tell me that you're feeling me real. Can you do me this deal? Can you bless my sins before I'm concealed for kill?
Depression, you under pressure. Left in state of depression, that's no question. Sick and tired. Depression, you under pressure. Left in state of depression, that's no question. Sick and tired. Depression, you under pressure.
Just wait for me.
Left in state of depression, that's no
In the pearly
question.
gates.
Sick and tired. Depression, you under pressure. Left in state of
I'm coming,
depression.
cause real in the field, it's the deal like Hollyfield. And seeing is revealing, so they cover up the grill. Yeah, I like to keep it real, rather hate. But the world that I live in, man, that's a different place. See, I'm on this, ain't got faith, but I don't think that I can do this, Lord. Cause I can cut through it better when I got me a sword. You was always there to pick me up when I was down, but my older brother raised me and taught me to be down. So I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. The Glocks in the glove case, I got me the duct tape. I'm looking for some murder cause I'm catching a blood rage. Take the mask off, you can see me cause I know you can't judge me. I lost my life and I ain't asking for it back. You can keep like the Terminator, we gon' be back and I'ma be there. The rest of y'all gon' be squared. See, I'm about to join the circle cause my property's dead. Like the prophecy said, a better prophet than dead. So I'm always wearing black like the Monopoly man. Cause it's body after body and I'm losing my head. So I'm sitting here praying, hoping it helps at the end.
Depression, you under pressure. Left in state of the question. Sick and tired. Depression, you under pressure. Left in state of depression. Depression.
Dear Lord,
Depression.
creator of all mankind, destroyer of evil,
Depression.
I stand before you today to ask you for the road that I will be taking will not be an easy one. It will not. So I ask you to guide me through the biggest obstacles I will face today. God, and for tomorrow, my new ones. I ask you to see me through the darkness. Let's go.
Depression.
Amen.
Depression.
Just pay attention, it's a lesson. I don't believe in second guessing. And do the shit without a question. Be the shit without a mention. Give the viewers my discretion. They wanna know about all the bullshit I done been through. They wanna know about different places I done been to. They wanna know just what's my problem, I got issues. They wanna know, they gon' tell them. They gon' tell them. See, I'm a rebel to the fullest, better cool it. I don't do this, he's a nuisance, I go stupid. If I point it, he gon' shoot it. I see my shine, then I took it. Heard my stripes, and then they booked it. A lot of people, they mistook it. Needed help, they wasn't looking. They wanna know just what I did, and as a youngin', as a kid, I act a fool, make up excuses. Some homies I look up to was a solid to the end. I ain't get mad, I got right to it. Start the rap, and flip the script. You start the cap, I flip the list. You start to snap, I need them blinks. You I was had them with the bricks. I deep the homie, hit a lick. They all gon' say the same old shit. They'll never put me in the mix, they'll put me in the category. My life's a story, life's a trip. See, normally now I don't do this off my blick. Now I'ma notice they gon' reach for where the tool is. Leave it brainless, leave it screwless. Best believe we get into it. Scratch it off of my to-do list. Attitude and always ruthless. Here we go, just listen to this. Pay attention, it's a lesson. I don't believe in second guessing. Do the shit without a question. Be the shit without a mention. Take a look at my reflection. Nothing else from my perspective. Presidential, no election. Give the viewers my discretion. They wanna know about all the bullshit I done been through. They wanna know about different places I done been to. They know just what's my problem, I got issues. They wanna know, they gon' tell them. They gon' tell them.
Overtime, cause I didn't have a mic. I put the pain, I put the work, I did the sacrifice. Lost a couple friends, lost relationships that I'd never do again. Make couple mistakes, I made some bad plays. Lost some dividends, but dog, I'm making Benjamins. Threw dirt on my name, they try to block my blessings, but God put the names to shame. Dog, I started numb, made something from none. Have faith of a mustard seed, chose to believe. I see my seed sprouting, even though they doubted. They couldn't see my vision, if still I stay committed. I guess I chose to listen to my intuition. You know my God given, my living golden spirit. Work so submissive, call it commitment. Super focused, grinding on this
Paying
mission.
attention, it's a lesson. I don't believe in second guessing. Do the shit without a question, be the shit without a mention. Take a look at my reflection, nothing else from my perspective. Presidential, no election, give the viewers my discretion. They wanna know about all the bullshit I done been through. They wanna know about different places I done been to. They wanna know just what's my problem, I got issues. They wanna know, they gon' tell them. They gon' tell them.
Overtime, cause we didn't have a mic. Hey, Rebel, let them know how we do it, dog. Hey, Rex, let them know even though they fucking hate it, we still in the fucking game, dog.
Yeah. Let me stop that. Let me stop that right there. That was my boy, a young rebel with Tell 'em featuring King Activist. And that song before that was Depressions, one of my songs. Again, leave it in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about those songs. Tell me if they're uplifting or not. Tell me, how you feel. Those are songs for reality, and I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys enjoy. Now, long overdue. I think there's some people in here that I've been trying to actually meet, and guess what? We got one of them. Fifth Element's in the building, right? Let's talk about it. Introduce yourself, my brother. Let the world know what's going on.
Man, my name is Ray Sun. I'm 1/5 of the Fifth Element Hip Hop. Let's see, there's OT from the D, DJ Slim, Young Hollywood Boog, which is OT's son, and DJ Seven, which is Slim's son.
Right.
So yeah, that's me.
Nice. You brought the family over here, so I'm feeling blessed. I'm feeling very comfortable. That's a good thing. That's a good thing to see the family in the business of what we do and how we do it. So shout out to the family. Shout out to everybody that's out there. Shout out to everybody, because Father's Day is coming up. So shout out to all the daddies and
Yes, sir.
some of you baby mamas too.
Act like daddies.
So what's up, man? We at the mental health seminar. We're under the hood.
Yeah.
Tell the people what's going on. Tell them how you feel today.
Man, I'm feeling good. I just came here to tap in, show my support. You know what I'm saying? Show my support for Under the Hood, the fellas at Under the Hood.
Yeah.
You know how it is. We got a wild young man right here.
He's moving. He want to talk. Talk. Let him talk himself.
What you want to talk about, Rob? What you want to
Yeah.
talk about?
What's up, guy? What's up, buddy?
Like I said, I just came out to, like I said, show support and
good
and get into this mental health conversation.
Yeah, man, and it's important, right? It's important. So thank you guys for coming out here to support. There's a lot of love out here. Again, we got the show still going on right now. They're doing raffles, they're doing talks, conversations, right? So it's important that we do that. And we're also going to have one here too. So, we talked with a lot of people, but since we already asked all the good questions here, let's go to some thought-provoking questions,
Okay.
right? Let's go to a little thought-provoking questions. And let's start with, again, addiction, right? How have alcohol and drugs affected health and relationships in your experience?
In my experience,
not you personally, but you
right.
know how we live.
Right. Well, man, I definitely known some addicts, some drug addicts
Right.
in my family, which have like damn near destroyed my family dynamic in
Right.
some sort of ways. I've had uncles hooked on crack, which is, you already know how that
Right.
how that does.
Yeah, it physically deteriorates. You can see the physical deterioration
Right.
of a person, right?
Right.
With
But
that kind of drug addiction.
and just with the mental aspect of it, you know what I'm saying? I've seen him beat his girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? And probably he's not that type of guy, but
Right.
the drugs will take over.
Right.
So,
The influence of drugs in the system is again, it becomes from, oh, I needed to relax to
Right.
I can't relax, right? To
Definitely.
we
Definitely.
spoke that with the last interviewer here. So again, relationships. Do you have to be mentally healthy to have relationships? how does you think does that work? Is that even possible to?
I would say it's possible, but to have a solid relationship, that relationship's going to be rocky. One person is dealing with those mental issues. That other person is like, man, what do I do?
Right.
How do I get help for this person? So it's definitely going to be a hard situation. So here we go.
Yeah.
I've had my own mental health issues, dealing with health problems, and but my lady, you know what I'm saying, she stayed solid, and you have health problems, you don't know when you're gonna get better, or
Right.
if you're gonna get better, and it just fucks with your mind a little bit.
Right.
But if you got a solid person on your team to help you get through that and help you see past those things, I guess you can get, deal with it, but you gotta get through those situations to
Right. I understand.
even do better.
Yeah, I mean that's for me. For me, that's how it was, right? Like I know when my relationship was going bad, and 9 out of 10 times when my relationship was going bad, that's because I wasn't mentally right.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
I was always having an issue with something, and then I would take that out on family,
Indeed.
work, friends, right? So yeah, to be healthy, in order to have a good relationship, even with just yourself, you have to be healthy, right? Not just physically, but mentally. And then the drug influence is also going to create, unwants that
Right.
are going to deteriorate or stop you from doing anything else better for yourself. And I've seen that personally with myself. I'm like, and then right after I do it,
Right.
like, man, like,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
damn, I should have never done that, man.
Right. Well, some people probably taking the drugs to try to calm the mental health issues down, but
True. Well, that's where it starts, right? It
Yeah.
starts with the I can't do. I need this to help relax, and then it starts to be I can't do things without it.
without
now,
it, exactly.
right? That's where the addiction turns in. It turns into an addiction. When do you think is a good time to change your life? Right? Like some people obviously live faster lives. I grew up and I was working at 13 years old.
Yeah.
It wasn't a time to change my life at 13 years old.
Right.
What do you think is a good age where you could say, okay, whatever it is you're doing, good or bad, this is where you're taking that other step higher? What is a good age you think to start changing? I don't even know if change is even the right word.
Right.
But
And even putting an age limit on it.
statistically, it's around it's the 30s. 30s to 40s.
Okay, yeah.
It's like get your shit right
together. Yeah, that
right?
makes sense. You're young, you're a teenager, you're
Right.
partying in your 20s, and then 30s it's time to settle down, build that family.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Get stable. So yeah, I guess if you're going with statistics, 30 would be that right number. You know what I'm saying?
And also statistically, it also one of the most stressful, crazy people with mental issues, depression, anxiety, all that stress happens
Right.
in that age group as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that is because of that pressure of, okay, now you got to get your shit together. Now you got to do this, right? To where now it's not, oh, I'm not young no more. I can't jump off the walls like I used to.
Right.
Right.
The knees ain't having
Yeah. Or the kids start coming, and then you start to thinking about, okay, what do they need?
Yeah,
what do they want?
it's time to
Right.
prepare for the future.
Yeah. So it becomes a very, very stressful time around that age group. Me, I focus on things like this.
Yeah,
Right. Take my mind off. Me, I use a little bit of good marijuana.
Indeed.
But you, I would figure, what is your go-to when you're in that stressful
You know
moment?
what? So just speaking of marijuana, I have a podcast also
Yes.
called 420 in Vegas podcast.
Nice.
And medicinal marijuana was my go-to. It was really my savior. Like I said, I was going through some things. So I have Crohn's disease.
Okay.
I don't know if you know what Crohn's disease is, but it's
Explain it. Let's explain it for the people.
it's an autoimmune disease, and it deals all the way from your mouth to your anus. You have a lot of like stomach problems and whatnot, and you can go
Okay.
through a lot of different surgeries and lose a lot of weight, things like that.
Gotcha.
You can't eat
Healthy, food restrictions, all kinds of things.
Yeah, indeed. So that's where I was saying I had some mental health issues that, you know what I'm saying, I've been
Dealing
down
with that, yeah.
been down to 110, 112 pounds like that.
Wow.
So but cannabis You know what I'm saying? Cannabis was a way to get my appetite back. You know what I'm saying? To rest my mind, to relax. You know what I'm saying? Help me get some rest and sleep.
Right.
So yeah, that was definitely I would say a savior for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, weed is definitely a medicine. A lot of people still abuse it. All the dispensaries out here now with 87%. That's bullshit, right? We don't need all that.
Right.
We don't. I mean, we enjoy it and it's fun, but we don't need all that.
They didn't know about that in the 60s and 70s.
No. And it was a medicine then, right? Even with very low percentages, it took care of your body. It did things to your body if you did used it the right way, right? Now I also talk a lot about consumption in the show because consumption is important. You can't drink too much water, you're gonna die. So you have to learn how to consume everything, right? Even conversation. So yeah, marijuana has always been a medicine for me. Weed has always been a medicine for me. It just depends on how you use it. Of course, now being so commercialized, everyone wants the best, the bigger, the better, the greener, the fresher, the more. And it's
the potency.
Yeah, and then it's gonna become too much where, artificial things are gonna start happening.
So you think that we shouldn't have made it legal?
No. No, we've been fighting that since 2009, back with our rest in peace, Jack Herrera. Hi, Jenny. We talked about not legalizing it, and if it was, it had to be controlled, or it was going to be controlled, and it has been. Definitely. So that's one thing that we used to always fight. But at the same time, there was benefits, especially for people that couldn't receive it, that needed medical.
Right.
So that actually legalizing it in a state or two actually made it medical in another one.
Yeah.
So it works. It still, you have to have a balance.
Yeah.
But definitely commercialized now. Right. The industry is definitely commercialized and washed up.
Very much so.
So you have to organically find things now. And back in the day in the streets, you didn't know where it came from either, right?
Right.
But it wasn't like this. It wasn't so much of it, right? Variety and convenience.
Right.
That
So are you a street weed guy or are you a dispensary guy?
I'm a street weed guy.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, we're street weed guys here because it's just, I have to have that. It's like opening up a CD. You know what I mean? Back in the day, you used to open up the CD, throw it in there, pull out the index, and read.
Yep.
I want to know the person. I want to be able to have that communication in that atmosphere, right, with that person or with those people. I want to be able to remember something, have a time about it, not just going to the store and grabbing a soda, right? And that's just where it's become saturated. This industry, I think, has become saturated in that matter. But like I said, for a lot of issues, it's helped. A lot of things, it's helped. Older people that were afraid of going to the streets and not getting the right stuff and getting jibbed or jacked, that kind of stuff. I'm glad it's legal, right? It's made it safer.
Definitely.
But you also have to, be careful of how much you consume of that, especially now with all these concentrates, right? You can't take we smoke concentrates, but you won't drink concentrate apple juice.
No, yeah.
You got to water it down, right? So it's important to do that. But yes, it's good that the mental, the people with insomnias, the people with stomach problems, the people with sciaticas and things like that, muscle pains, they're able to get it now, at a way cheaper and a lot safer.
A lot safer, definitely.
So that's definitely good, man, because there was just a lot of things going on. So yeah, man, mental health, it's important. I still struggle with a lot of that. I still struggle, and that's probably why I still smoke. At least we're gonna blame it on smoking, or why I smoke, right? I always used to tell myself when I have to, I'm gonna stop. Whenever I have to smoke, I'm gonna stop. But that's also a mental train of thought, right?
Indeed.
But it's important. It's important for us to at least know our limits, and I enjoy it. I do, but I don't do it all the time either, right? So it's also in some religious aspects, I also take it into that matter.
Okay.
Microdosing with shrooms and things like that. More organic things that happen in my realm of consumption.
I'm scared of shrooms.
Everyone is, and you should be, because it's a very, very smart drug.
Right.
And
Right.
you have to learn, again, consumption, right? Some
Right.
people, they take that and their mind will change and they're never back.
See,
again.
that's where I think I'm gonna
They're
go.
like,
with
whoa,
it. That's
like-
where I think I'm gonna go with it. So,
But it's not crazy, right? People
Right.
with schizophrenia, they think that they're insane and they got an issue, when in reality, they just see another portal of their brain that we don't. They see something that we don't see.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're not insane. I think they're the most intelligent people in the world. The people with autism, I think they're the most intelligent people in the world, right?
Yeah.
But we call those mental issues, right? We try to look at the structure. You see, it's a beautiful thing right there. I don't know if you guys can see. Yes, we can see that live. The whole family's in the building. That's a beautiful thing right there. That's another thing, right? Energy with kids and people, right? You need to be able to. A lot of people don't understand, but till this day, you need to be able to hold your child close, and that energy, that frequency, that vibration of whatever you feeling, believe it or not, will get it, and vice versa
Yes,
as
sir.
well, right?
Yes, sir. To get the same feedback from them.
But yeah, man, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure having you here, my brother.
Man,
It
I
was-
appreciate
it's-
sitting down with you.
Yeah, it was fun. We'll have more conversations like this again too.
Yes, sir.
Again, I think we've been on for a good minute now. Usually we do about an hour or so too. So we're gonna lock it off right here. We're gonna end the show here with the family, with 1/5 of the Fifth Element Hip Hop Podcast
sir.
Show and the Marijuana Show, the 420.
420 in Vegas podcast.
420 in Vegas podcast on the Rebel Rant radio show. So see, all you rappers out there that can't get together and beefing about what we do and can't do and how this and this and that, podcasters are helping each other.
Yes, sir.
Us people are helping each other. It's a good community. It's always going to be a community. Let's keep it that way. Let's show the love. Like Just B says, smile, laugh, motivate,
Yes, sir.
and everything. Just let's keep it under the hood, even if it's some of the beef, man. Let's get Vegas up there. Then we could talk about all this beef, man. You know what I mean? So with that being said, let's go ahead and go out with one of the songs that made us, right? And how we are built like this. So let's go in with Built Like This from Eddie Blanc. What's up, Poetical Slang? We're performing June 18th for the people that don't know. On Father's Day, we're performing June 18th at the Taverna Costera over there on Main in the Arts District. Shout out to Charles King. Shout out to the Mostafa family. Shout out to Ivy, Snap Murphy.
Yeah.
Man, all you guys, man. Shout out to everybody out there. The Nevermind tour is here in Vegas. We're on it. Come out. Tickets are easy, $10. 7 o'clock. I think the door opens at 7 o'clock. Other than that, catch me every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Remember, be aware of self, be aware of mind, and be aware of others. Thank you, and carpe diem. We out.
Peace.
Ain't nobody tell me it'll be. Ain't nobody tell me it'll be like this. I had to learn to make a negative. Pops left, couldn't even leave a pot of piss. Ain't that about a bitch? Mama pregnant, looking like a hippopotamus. Invited this, stress in her life like a wedding. Life is a bitch, toss a salad like confetti. It's already heavy, pockets dry, then the levy. 6 kids on the arms, can't even walk city. Oh, that's the sewer pen. Maneuver through maneuver, lose a few to win, like feel the pain. Boomerang, do my thing, prove them wrong. If they don't like move along, who's the king and the gone? 50 game dawn born, yeah, I got it going on. Can't none of these fuckers stop me. I progress, the profit, the process is proper. So I'ma go hard to the fat lady singing opera. Like, they can't stop me, I'm built like this. Yeah, I'm built like this. They can't stop me, I'm built like this. From the ground up, I built my shit and I ain't stopping now. No way, no how. Haters gon' down till that money's in their mouth. Get funny with they style. Looking at me now like I must be out of my mind or insane. That's what they saying, cause one touch
Unquenchable flow, clearly out of your range. I'm out of sight, out of mind, then I'm out of your brain. And yo, I'm repping for the people struggling, doing the same. Influenced by the fiery pain I maintain. I try to swap game, it burned off my tongue, my saliva turned to flame. And now I spit fire though when dragon that remains. My knowledge equals power and my power is the brain. Can't is for cowards and you cowards equal lame. Nothing changed but my age, still a pocket full of change. I look a little older, not a lie. Yeah, if I told you that my life is getting colder, got me looking over shoulders. Every step is closer, I feel a cold grave. I know they soul searching, I just hope my soul can't stop me. I'm built like this, yeah, I'm built like this. They can't stop me, I'm built like this. From the ground up, I built my shit and I ain't stopping now. No way, no how. Haters gon' down till that money's in their mouth. Get funny with they style, looking at me now like, wow. My flow's kinetic, not to defend it. Can say it's genetics, this flow I invented. Never thought I would be here when flowing started my beginning. My past caught up fast, I will last in the present. Could've bet you a meal, it was real when I dreamt it. Spent my time on a brown couch in a townhouse, mama rented. I went from not spitting a sentence to mention on another dimension, impressive. The way they care, ripping the session, rapid aggression. Like I'm always out for redemption. Deep but heavenly, the flow is cold but devilish. My preference, they questioning what has gotten into him. Rock and roll adrenaline, a hip-hop soul is what I hold within. Poetical slang is what I spoke to them. To the end, till a friend, city of no innocent. We talk, but we living it. If you didn't, now you know the biz. They can't stop me, I'm built like this. Yeah, I'm built like this. They can't stop me, I'm built like this. From the ground, built my shit and I ain't stopping now. No way, no how. Haters gon' down till that money's in their mouth. Get funny with they style, looking at me now like,